How do you define equality and diversity?
I think equality and diversity kind of go hand in hand. Diversity to me is everybody has a unique personality, unique appearance. All of that is diverse. I mean, we're all diverse individuals. So I think that's just kind of a given. Diversity exists totally in the world. And so equality in terms of diversity means understanding those differences, understanding that people are different and that they are unique and that they are relevant and that it matters. It matters that you treat them equitably.
So for diversity, diversity is derived from the word different. And so it's a group of anything, whether it's people, whether it's objects that are just different. And then for equality is when everyone is treated equally and are not judged based off of any differences that they may have.
Diversity and equality in a population where we accept diversity and equality, irregardless of our race, our gender, our beliefs, we are all treated in the same manner, meaning we can all walk into the same stores, we can all use the same amenities, we can all achieve the same jobs, and we all have the same opportunities provided for us. And none of that is excluded because we have those beliefs, or we are of that gender or of that race or ethnic background.
I think equality is not just thinking that people are equal, but it is probably more showing that people are equal to each other, and not equal in the sense that they get the same benefits or treated the same way in like in court or something. It's thinking that this person is the same as you are, you know. And diversity, well, we know that this world is not made up of one single person, one single kind of person. We should take that into consideration and acknowledge that people are not going to be like we want them to be all the time, or they're going to be different, and that's something that we have to accept.
I personally define diversity as having differences between individuals, and I mean all kinds of differences, from your gender, from your sexual orientation, from your heritage, from your race, everything, including your ideas about certain policies and your attitudes towards society and anything else. And then equality is being afforded the same opportunities despite all of those differences.
Do you think we've achieved equality in the workplace?
I do not.
How do you think we can achieve it?
Time. Time. I think we're still fighting lots of stigmas from the past.
Do you think we've achieved equality in the workplace?
No, not at all. I think that there's just so much bias. People are products of their upbringing and their location, and so I think that's the first part of that is understanding that everybody's coming from a different position, and so they view things differently. That even socially, social norms, those things are going to color how we view things and how we deal with things. I think that the best way is to as you grow or as you're an adult, kind of throw off some of the norms that your parents kind of, that they raise you in a particular manner. But at some point you've got to take that mantle off and kind of examine them on your own, and by their own merit, and pick up what you feel like you can take with you, but try to look at it through a lens of just treating people with humanity. I mean, just and humility, I guess I should even say.
Yes and no. Yes, the opportunity is there, but preparation-wise, I don't think that we have reached equality.
I don't think we're there at all. I think if we're having to make these fights that we're having, I mean, just because of how you're built. We passed not we, but there was a law passed that you could bully each other if you didn't agree with their religion.
It's going to be really hard for us to achieve equality, just because there's so many different realms of or different levels within the workplace. Whereas if you look at education is a female-dominated profession. There are not a lot of men in education.
Have you seen or experienced any discrimination in the workplace?
In past history, absolutely. And it's hard to be able to pinpoint exactly what people are being discriminated against for, because there's more than one difference that you can see.
Yes.
And, oh, absolutely have, no doubt.
I mean, when I was working at Aaron Cedar, yeah. I guess because of me being a female and my age and my race, they thought I couldn't do as much as other races and other age groups and genders could do, but I proved them wrong.
Yes, I taught in a very rural school, and I was the only African American teacher for 8th grade. And I was called some really mean names, and it's not a good feeling when you work really, really hard for a career, and then you're not respected for what you're actually able to bring to the career or to your profession, but instead you're based on your race or your gender. Like, I had parents upset that their kids were being taught by me, but I was the only person licensed to teach that subject, which is crazy.
Do you think equal jobs should mean equal pay? Why or why not?
I absolutely think equal jobs should mean equal pay. I happen to be fortunate to work in a system where the pay for teachers is set. But when you step outside of this world, absolutely, I think that there is that, inequity that's kind of still entrenched in men are heads of family. Men need to make more money because they are supporting more people, which is complete fallacy at this point. I think I read sometime not too long ago that the tails have sort of skipped and women are now more the heads of their family. And so, that argument, for example, is antiquated. So I think that absolutely that inequity still exists and it needs to change.
Yes.
Equal jobs should mean equal pay. I think, as far as women making the same as men, I definitely think that's ridiculous. That we, get pennies on the dollar as compared to what they get. So, again, that would go back to what the job is. But if it's just a professional setting doing the same job, doing the same thing, then I think that we should definitely get paid the same.
Yes. Yes, and because, yes or no, because I don't know where my questions are, yes or no, but yes, equal job, equal responsibilities, equal qualifications, equal pay. However, I do think that there should be a difference in pay based on the actual output.